Morning. This is Nita and Miss Panda with the Timepiece Garden, and she's on patrol. We're going to have storms off and on, they say, until about 2, 3 o'clock. It is just starting to sprinkle. And, yeah, that means I'm not going to be in the gardens. You know, that's just how that one goes. The second part of what that means is that I get to play. There's Miss Panda up here. There's Mama's girlfriend. It means I get to play in the workshop. Not something I've done since before I started building the chicken coop. I've just not had any time. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. It's a rainy day. Work in the workshop. Look at the blackberries that are ready. And just get it done. Get some cleanup going on. What you smelling? You smelling it? You know it's here? Yeah. Before it gets to raining too heavy. See that little bit of pink? I'm not sure what it is. It's one of those wildflowers that just come up here. It's pretty. I should check it out later and see what it is. Yeah, especially since there's just a mound of it there. Probably just a weed, but you know. You know. Pretty things. Anyway, let me go get started. Panda knows that I'm back here. She'll be coming in, you know, doing the supervisor thing. And as we know, she will approve anything for a biscuit. So, I'll be in here. A little messy. I got wood to take apart still. Wood to get nails out of. Plywood pieces that didn't use in the chicken coop. Let's get the scraps put away and just, you know, get some stuff done. I don't know if you can hear the sprinkles. Anyway, you can see I got stuff to do. Just clean up in general. So, let me get busy, and I'll talk to you later. Isn't that pretty? There's nothing on the workbench but what the workbench needs. Put the shelf together, got all the paint stuff on it. My answer is yes. Trust me, half of this was on the workbench. Half of it was stuck over there in the corner. So, I mean, I just had a little spot here to work. Yeah, no, it's clean. And most of that is just because I'm done with the coop. You know, I have some trim stuff I'd like to do, but I have a while to get that done. You know, I can get some other stuff done, some gardening stuff, some driveway stuff, before I do the trim stuff. So, it's awesome. I like having clean space. And I do need to go through my parts and pieces here and get rid of stuff that I don't need to keep. Same thing there. I got a bunch of parts and pieces that I need to see if I need to keep any of it or get rid of any of it. And then you get over to this side, and it's like, yeah, it's still a mess. That's right. I've not made it to that side yet. I made it to this side, because this is the side where I work when I'm working, and it needs to be functional. So, let me keep on keeping on, because the rest of this stuff should be as clear as this stuff. Talk to you in a few. Well, the supervisor just left. She let me know it was lunchtime, and that I just needed to go on and get done. So, showed you a picture of the workshop, or the workbench, cleaned it up. Got those measured. I have plans for those. Cleaned up that, cleaned up the corner. Got all of this stacked, cleaned up all of that. Oh, look, cleaned up this corner. Cleaned up all of this. Put the fencing kind of back in the corner because I'm not ready to work with that yet. And all of that stuff actually belongs in the other shed because it's garden stuff. Having said that, all of the stuff that was here ready for me to take away is back up top. Now again, I'm so low on wood, but I built a chicken coop, you know. Let me see, these 3 pieces here, a couple of 2x4s and some 4x4s were down here on the floor, and the majority of the 60 inches, the 72 inches here, those were all down here on the floor. Excuse me. You know, it's clean. It's nice having a clean workshop. Having said that, it is lunchtime. Again, that's what Panda was talking about. Mom, let's go get some Vitos. So I'm doing things like turning off my battery fan. You know, I've already got the music off, and we're going to go have some lunch, and then I will come back and do the next thing, because it's still raining off and on. and we'll be all day. Yeah, it's trash. So, it's Penn, and I'll talk to you in a few. Alrighty, it was a great lunch. And we're back, and we're in the workshop. We're going to see about doing some work. All of my sunflowers have always either been in the hoop tunnel or near the tomato supports, which are close to 5 or 6 feet tall. And the sunflowers I'm doing this year have no support. They're not anywhere near something that will support them. So what I want to do is take some of my reclaimed wood that I get at the big box stores. That is just the, what do I call it? The spacer boards. And I want to do a kind of, I'm going to say arbor, but it's not going to be big enough for me to walk through, but it'll be big enough for the sunflowers to grow through and get some of that support. Having said that, the sides here will only be like 48 inches tall, because that's what the wood is. Does that make sense? And they'll be pretty close to I want to say it's like 45 inches wide, which will let me get this here to be about 2 feet up. So total, it'll be about 6 feet-ish. We'll see. But it's the same thing, same basic idea. This is just me trying to work out on sketches, you know, what I think is going to work. All right, let me get to see if I can build it. Talk to you in a few. All right, so that's the basics of it. Again, it's all reclaimed wood. Mostly spacer boards from the big box stores. It's all free. If it doesn't work, great. If it does work, awesome. It's 2 feet wide, so it'll fit inside the bed. It's 48 inches tall, 44 inches wide or long. I got some of my woven wire fabric, just leftover pieces that collapsed during last year's snow, so I can't use them on my cold frames. But I'm going to reuse the wire. Again, as the sunflowers come up, they're just looking for a little support. And we'll talk about it more when we get down there, because when the first year I had them, they came out of the hoop tunnel, before it was a hoop tunnel. And the second year they were with the tomato supports, which is as tall as I am. So this is like 1.9 feet shorter than what they were on last year. So, we'll see. Anyway, let me go stick this in the garden. Talk to you in a few. Alright, here's the thought process. This pole here on me is about chest high, which is about 48 inches-ish. Now this is where the sunflowers were when they were in the hoop tunnel. And 48 inches did fine, and they grew above that, and the frame here gave them support where they needed support. So this being up in the bed, does that make sense, is above chest high. So the 2-inch squares here should give them support when they need support. And one of the important things is, how do I say this? Since I'm not busy in the chicken coop, does that make sense? And then trying to build the frames afterwards, why these guys are babies and coming up, yep, them are my sunflowers, is to get this in here and set. So if I need to string a couple strings, you know, just to give them some mid-level support, by the time they get tall, this will take care of it. So, we'll see. And yeah, time to see if I know I need another one, just what size I need. You know? Talk to you in a few. Alright, the second one is placed. And that one is also 44 inches long. Does that make sense? It is only 44 inches high. I only had 4 that were 48. So yeah, there's a little height difference. Again, I don't think the sunflowers are going to care. Life is awesome. And if it doesn't work, I'll do something else. I'll do like green beans or something, you know, I don't know. I'll do whatever. But, you know, a little bit of support for the sunflowers, because again, they are coming up. And with that, I'm going to go clean up the workshop. Y'all have a great day.